Clutch Intern program. Oh, dude, that's awesome. We made that.
I'm David Sutta, CEO here at Clutch, and we have the fabulous Max.
Max here.
Who
Hello.
is officially what for us?
Intern 001.
Big deal.
Yeah.
This is important to me and our mission here at Clutch because interns, for me, internship is about getting an experience for your future career, future opportunities. It's your foot in the door to learn about where you're going to be spending your life, doing something. I want to have a final, what I call our final lesson. You're our first, and I'd like to get some lessons for you, lessons for us, and potentially future interns with our program here. So the first question I have, which is probably the most important, is did you learn anything here?
I did, surprisingly. No, I think the most important thing I learned was, how to work with others. I think that's what really, fascinated me.
Let's talk about the bad side of it. What's the least valuable thing you learned here?
Probably Twilio, if I could be honest.
Okay.
I hopefully no other intern has to do what I did.
No one knows what Twilio is. What does that mean? We have a photo booth.
We have a photo booth. I would say though that the actual process of having to call people to make the photo booth functioning was pretty valuable. As much as I didn't like doing it, but it was probably I would say a good 2 or 3 weeks that I was just what am I doing?
Right, so you had this side project going on, you're working on this thing, trying to figure it out. Lots of frustration, lots of delays. I would joke, I think a lot of times that it would be cheaper for us to just buy a different software than fix this thing, right? But we persisted, we kept going with it.
We persisted, and you know what, that's another thing Clutch did. We persist through any hard challenges, which is what I like.
That's great. All right, what's the one thing you're gonna miss?
Having to wake up really early in the morning to go to these shoots.
You're gonna miss that?
Yeah, surprisingly, yeah.
Wow.
I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but there's something my good friend Chris once told me. There's something refreshing about waking up early in the morning to go to a shoot. It's almost exhilarating.
Yeah, I guess I could see it you have a mission, you have a thing
a sort of purpose. That's what I like.
What's the one thing you're not gonna miss?
Probably waking up at 6. No, all jokes aside though, what am I not gonna miss? The long hours throughout every shoot.
Yes.
How long they could be sometimes. And
here at Clutch, what's one thing that we could do better?
I think what you guys could do is maybe have sort of a course for every intern before they start. Show them around, make them understand sort of the tech before they actually go out into the field. I think that probably would have helped me out a little bit.
So a pre-production before production.
Yeah, some sort of test or something to be okay, what's a DJI or how do you set up a thing before you actually go? Because I know for my first thing it was very whoa, how do I set everything up?
So I got news for you.
Oh.
Every one of us that started here has had our head on a swivel on that first week.
Really?
All right. It is not unique to an intern or you. Generally, when you start a job, I think that is you're hit with all of these different things that are new to you, and you feel like you want to perform, but you can't because you don't know all the things yet. So, but that's important to for us to know, and I think we understand that. It's going to be on a swivel that first week.
No. Jay-Z was very understanding with me when I would forget or he'd be oh, bring this, and I'd bring him something completely different.
Right. The next intern. What advice do you have for them?
You're gonna have a great time. That's
not advice.
Not advice,
That's a
but
guarantee.
I just want to spread the message. What advice? Let's see. Just get to know what you want to do. Get to explore different realms throughout of every person that works here. Hang out with Gustavo, learn what he does, or be with Rod. Try to find out what he's in charge of. Just go into different different people and find out what they want to do. I don't know if that made sense.
Rod, what are you in charge of?
Sorry.
All right, Rod's not listening, he's got his headphones on. All right, so I call this the
Final lesson. Final lesson.
gotten so many lessons this whole way. Actually, we should stop for a second.
Time out.
You gotta take a time out. I want you to go upstairs and get your bingo card.
Uh-oh.
Time out.
Time out. Oh, guys,
Run, Max, run.
I got you. Here's my bingo card.
Bingo!
All right.
Round of applause.
Yes, bingo card. All right, so I love the bingo card because when we were starting our internship program, we were developing the program, we were trying to say, all right, what do we want to make sure that they do? And we thought it was a list, maybe a curriculum of some sort. Each one of these X's represents what? Go ahead and turn around. What are we looking at?
The different people in Clutch, they're in charge of different things. So here we got gear, set up a C-stand for boom, set up Forzas, set up lights, set up photos. That would be under Jay-Z's category, which,
You completed.
which I've completed.
Yes.
Full bingo.
Full bingo.
Full
Love it.
bingo. Love
All right.
it.
What else? What is one of the other cool ones that you did there? you
Ooh,
like?
okay. Another cool one I did was use light key. We used that a lot in the music video. That was really cool.
Light key controls what? Big test here.
Ooh.
Besides, controls lights through,
The computers.
right? And the computer is speaking a language. It's called
DMX.
All right.
DMX.
Good times. All right, so the final lesson, not on your bingo card and not scripted. Thinking about where I was when I was your age at the awesome Florida State University.
One and only. Go Knowles.
Go Knowles. Still cane though, a little bit. I'm definitely not a Gator though.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Far from.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what socks do you want?
Oh, I have the cane socks on. See, born and raised in Miami, so it's really hard to get the cane out of me. I'm still, I went to the Orange Bowl Stadium. I watched the games there, so it's really hard. But what is the most valuable thing you own?
Me personally. My car.
Your car.
Yeah.
Wrong answer.
Wrong answer.
Don't worry, everyone gets this wrong, so it's
Okay.
not just you.
Oh,
All right?
my brain.
I'm gonna give you a hint. We all have it.
My brain.
Okay.
My heart.
Your heart? Was that like your health or
Yeah, no.
you have a great heart?
Personal health. Yeah.
Personal health. So we don't own our personal health, right? Like, could go bad one day, we don't know. So the answer to this very tricky question, because there's a lot of answers that people give, I say is time. It's the most valuable thing you own. Because how much of it do you have in your pocket right now? Time.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah,
and
no.
I don't know either. If I was a betting person, I would say I have less time than you now because I'm an older guy,
What's
right?
that?
So when I was your age, the first thing I would do is disregard the most valuable thing because I've got all the time in the world to do everything. And so I want you to think of it in this context. Let's say there's a billionaire out there, 90 years old, and he's willing to trade with you right now. All right? Be a billionaire, Max.
Yeah. No, I know.
Right?
But I'm
you're
90 years old. What can I do at 90?
Right.
You
So
know?
which one do you choose?
The time.
Right.
That makes sense.
So money cannot buy you back time. That's sort of the lesson that I want you to take. All right. And the second one is a more visual lesson that teaches this value here. And that is to think of your time as a commodity, that it has a value. $1,000 right here.
$1,000.
Oh, wait.
Oh, whoa.
$10,000.
$10,000.
Wow, that's a lot of money, especially for a college kid. I mean, if I had 10 grand when I was your age, that would have been awesome. I would have found many ways to spend that very quickly.
I can think of a few things right now.
I bet.
Myself.
I bet. All right, here's where the phone comes into play.
Okay.
Take your phone out.
Okay.
We're gonna go to your settings. You're gonna go to your screen time. All right. I want you to go to Wednesday. This is an arbitrary date I'm pulling. I have no idea what happened on Wednesday. Okay. And so now I want you to go to first pickup.
12
All right?
a.m.
All right. And what does that mean when it says first pickup? Do you know what that means? All right. So that's when you first pick up the phone. What is the first thing you do?
Oh.
All right. If it is a social media app, you have to hand me $1,000 back.
Yeah, that's true. Hey,
Thank you.
I'm starting to see where this lesson is going.
Okay. Now I want you to back out of that Wednesday.
Okay.
All right. And I want you to look at your most used app.
Yeah.
Is it social media.
That is, yeah.
$1,000. That's perfect. I'm up $2,000 right now.
Oh, man.
All right. How much you got? We started with 10. I got 2.
Yeah, you got 9,000. Or wait, no, 8,000. Yo, my bad. Yo, chill. Yo, wait.
Seminoles. This is not representative of the Seminole
Hey,
Nation here.
math is not my strong suit, okay? That's why I'm into video
All right.
production.
Look at the social media on Wednesday. Back to Wednesday.
Okay.
Did you use social media during work hours? According to that.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole thing, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And while we're at it, I'll take another $1,000 because your boss recognized it.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh,
Future interns don't use your phone.
I'm not saying that yet. All right.
You will.
So, time you didn't get to learn something new because you were on your phone. Did that happen here? Did you spend time looking at your phone rather than hanging out with someone that you could have learned something new from?
Like here, or?
The answer is obviously yes, because we could always do more.
That's true.
Right? By the way, I'm just as guilty of looking at my phone and social media as you are. So don't make this out to be Max, you're in trouble, or Intern, you're in trouble. I'm just making a point here.
No, I get
all right?
it.
So I'm gonna take $1,000 back because we didn't learn a lesson, something new that would have really helped us in our career. Instead, we were on our phone. All right, so how much do you got?
$5,000.
It's not bad.
No.
It's not bad. Like if I made $5,000, I would be super happy.
If I made $1,000, I'd be happy.
Would 10 have been better? This is what life's about in terms of your career. Those who do what's expected, kind of wasting time, will do typically average, and they won't stand out. A boss won't notice that they are striving to do more, to advance. They're just doing what's expected, whatever they've been asked to do, kind of thing. And what happens from the boss's perspective is we look at that and we say, okay, well, they got paid their $5,000 for their summer, and they did fine, all right? However, if it was the opposite, if this guy was nonstop trying new things, learning new things, now I have to start thinking about giving him more, right? I have to start realizing, and this is how that works when you're dealing with a client, when you're dealing with a job, when you're dealing with people. They will look at you and say, oh, wow, this person's worth investing in. This person, I want this person on my team. I want them around. So I pick on social media, but it could be a number of other things, right? It could be spending time or showing up late, leaving early. It could be all kinds of things, which I'll say, you were always on time for the most part. Whenever I looked up, you were the first guy in the door, so that's pretty awesome. And you stuck around. If you were needed, you were here. So the lesson, on that side is great. You're showing up. But when you're there, be present.
Gotcha.
All right? And that way you can make more money than all of us, and we'll say, yeah, I knew that guy.
That makes sense, yeah.
All right? And by the way, everything I just said, if you become an influencer, the social media, just throw it out the window, all right? Because then you get all the money.
Yeah.
All right? And we'll be coming to you saying, hey, we'd like to do a commercial with you, please.
I got it.
Awesome. Max, thank you so much for spending the summer with us. I really enjoyed having you here. I know the team really enjoyed having you here. And I'm excited what you started. You started a little bit of a fire here.
Oh, that's awesome. It's a good feeling.